Democracy. Already we have studied about what is democracy. Now in the second part of the video we are going to study why democracy. Here in this video we are going to look at some of the arguments in favor of democracy and some of the arguments against democracy. Now you can see here the best argument against democracy is a 5-minute conversation with the average voter. That's what Winston Churchill has said. Now we'll begin with why democracy. Arguments against democracy. There are very good arguments against democracy. The first one is leaders keep changing in a democracy. That leads to instability. Right? You might have seen leaders from one party go to another party. So they keep on changing the party. It leads to instability. It is all about political competition and power play. No scope for morality. Anyhow, they have to win the election. So they use competition, dirty tricks, power play, use of money and muscle power. There is no scope for morality. So many people have to be consulted in a democracy that leads to delay. You have to take a decision, you have to ask the parliament, and it will lead to delay. You cannot just take a decision like this. Elected leaders do not know the best interest of the people. It leads to bad decisions. Democracy leads to corruption. Ordinary people don't know what is good for them. They should not decide anything. These arguments show that democracy of the kind we see may not be the ideal form of government. But that is not a question we face in real life. The real question we face is different better than other form of government? Is democratic government better than other form of governments for us to choose from? Arguments for democracy. Now these arguments obviously will tell us why it is so important to have a democratic country. Democracy is better than any other form of government in responding to the needs of the people. Democracy requires that the rulers have to attend the needs of the people. It is better government because it is more accountable. The first one is it is more accountable because it responds to the needs of the people. Second one, democracy is based on consultation and discussion. A democratic decision is always involving many persons, discussions, meetings. When a number of people put their head together, they are able to point out possible mistakes in any decision, future outcomes. This may take time, but there is big advantage in taking time because of those important decisions. Finally, when the decision is made, that reduces the chances of rash, irresponsible decisions. Thus, democracy improves the quality of decision making. Even if democracy does not bring about better decisions and accountable government, it is still better than other forms of government because it enhances the dignity of the individual or the citizens. Democracy is based on political equality. I told you all are equal before law. Everybody has the right to vote despite belonging to different creed, caste, language, religion. Recognizing that the protest and the least educated has the same status as the rich and the educated. Even if you are rich or poor, you have the same political equality. People are not subjects of a ruler, they are the rulers themselves. Even when they make mistakes, they are responsible for their conduct. So this makes democracy enhances the dignity of the citizens. Democracy provides a method to deal with differences and conflicts. In any society, people are bound to have differences of opinions and interests. These differences are particularly sharp in a country like ours, which has an amazing social diversity. The social diversity in India is very much different compared to other countries. Democracy provides the only peaceful solution, that is, no one is a permanent loser. Different groups can live with one another peacefully. In a diverse country like India, democracy keeps our country together. Now you will see in the picture, real democracy gives citizens a right to choose their own government and enhances their dignity. There can be no better form of government than a democracy that ensures equality and freedom of all citizens, and it safeguards the rights of the citizens. Democracy is better than other forms of government because it allows us to correct its own mistakes. No form of government can guarantee no mistakes, but in democracy, it cannot be hidden for long. There is a space for public discussion on these mistakes, and there is room for correction. When you do a mistake, it gives you chance to correct. Then you can correct it later. Either the rulers have to change their decisions or the rulers can be changed. Ultimately, it leads to correct your mistake. This cannot happen in a not democratic government. You cannot change the decision which is made by an autocratic ruler, right? Democracy cannot get us everything, and it's not the solution to all problems, but it allows a way of correcting its mistakes and offers more dignity to all citizens. That is why democracy is considered the best form of government. Look at this cartoon. This is made by famous cartoonist R.K. Lakshman. The common man, right? Comments on the celebrations of the 50 years of the independence. How many images on the wall do you recognize? You can see the images here. You can see Indira Gandhi, Sardar Patel, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Nehru, right? Shastri. Do many common people feel the way the common man in this cartoon does? A common man is sitting and listening to the speech. They are saying unity, democracy, secularism, equality, industrial growth, economic progress, trade, foreign collaboration. So, all this speech, a common man listens. The cartoon does reflect the opinion of the general public. For 50 years, leaders have made promises, made tall claims of achievements. Still, basic facilities are still denied to the common man. Poverty is not eradicated. There is shortage of water, power, shelter, schools, hospitals. The basic necessities of life are not fulfilled. The common man is bored by the promises which are never fulfilled, and the actions do not match the promises. इलेक्शन के टाइम में जो लोग आते हैं वोट मांगने के लिए, तो खूब उनके बहुत बहुत बढ़िया सा एक इलेक्शन मैनिफेस्टो बना के आते हैं और खूब प्रॉमिसेस करते हैं, लेकिन जब जीतने के बाद उनको पूरा करने का उनको मौका मिलता है तो वो करते नहीं है. सो दे डू नॉट मैच द promises. Now we'll see broader meanings of democracy. We'll see not in a very small one. The most common form that democracy takes in our time is that of a representative democracy. In the countries we call democracy, all the people do not rule. So we choose certain people to rule. You'll see here, it's an electorate of people. They elect to the parliament. Parliament has the government and the judiciary. They prepare the laws which is given by the constitution. The parliament enacts laws based on the constitution. Even a majority is allowed to take decisions on behalf of all the people. Even the majority doesn't not rule directly, they take decisions. The majority of people rule through their elected representatives. Modern democracies involve such a large number of people that it is physically impossible for them to sit together and take a collective decision. Even if they could, the citizen does not have the time, the desire, or the skills to take part in all the decisions. This gives us a clear but minimal understanding of democracy. It does not allow us to distinguish between a democracy and a good democracy. It does not allow us to see the operation of democracy beyond the government. Now look at these signs. If we take the ideals of democracy seriously, then no country in the world is a democracy, right? And an understanding of democracy as an ideal reminds why we value democracy so much. It enables us to judge an existing democracy and identify its weakness. It helps us to distinguish between a minimal and a good democracy. Democracy can be applied to many spheres of life. Democracy takes many forms. Right? Look at signs of democracy: shared respect. Um, Listening to one's opinion is also a sign of democracy. There can be various ways of taking decisions in a democratic manner, as long as the basic principle of consultation on an equal basis is accepted. The most common form of democracy is today's world is through people's elected representatives. But if the community is small, there can be other ways of taking democratic decisions. All the people can sit together, take decisions directly, like the Gram Sabha in the village works. Now, building democracy, look at this. Democracy is not what you have, it's what you do. Every democracy has to try to realize the ideals of a democratic decision making. So, this cannot be achieved once for all. It requires constant effort to save and strengthen the democratic forms of decision making. What we can do as citizens is we can make difference to make our country more or less democratic. That is the strength and the weakness of democracy. The fate of the country depends not just on what the rulers do, but mainly on what we as citizens do. Other forms of government like monarchy, dictatorship, one party rule do not require all citizens to take part in politics, but democracy depends on active political participation by all the citizens. Now, it's a very famous line, right? Ask not what the community can do for you, ask what you can do for your community. This is where we are going to end it. It's a wonderful line. Remember, we as citizens should contribute to empower, strengthen the democratic institutions, thus strengthening democracy. If we weaken the democracy, we cannot survive. All our basic rights will not be there. So, citizens, your future citizens, right? You are all going to be future citizens of India. So, if you remember that if you are following all the democratic ideals in your daily life, also, you can be a good citizen and an asset for the country. Now, that's where we'll stop the chapter. I hope you enjoyed the second part also. Now, till the next chapter, I would say see you and a good day.